everyone, Kaya here. Today I want to talk to you about getting out of debt. So if you have credit card debt, personal loans, car leases, and you feel like you can't keep up, or you're drowning in debt, or it's preventing you from perhaps saving for a deposit for a home, then I've got a few quick tips for you. The first thing you need to do is have a budget. So that's a household budget with all of your expenses and your income, so you can work out what your surplus is at the end of the month. You may need to go through that budget and look at cutting back on things. You might want to do, for example, a review of all your insurances to see where you can save money. You might look at your entertainment budget and cut out some takeaways or some coffees or some night outs or some movies. You may need to make some sacrifices if you're going to get back on track. Next, once you've gone through your budget and worked out your surplus and where you could possibly cut back, hopefully you're able to find at least $100 or $200 extra a month that you can use to start paying down some of that debt. What you need to do now is make a list of all your debt, get honest with yourself, and write down everything. Write down the balance of what you owe and what your interest rate is on each of those debts that you do have. So write a list. Then what you can do is look at what you're going to pay down first. So you can either look at what is attracting the highest interest rate and look at getting rid of that first, or you might want to look at the smallest thing that you owe. You might have $1,000 on a Gem card or a Go Mastercard or something like that. That's nice and easy to get rid of sooner rather than later, and you'll get a good feeling knowing that you've started and smashed one down. So work out whether you're going to start with the smallest debt first, or whether you want to start with what has the highest interest rate, and that's the first debt that you're going to pay off. So on that first debt, you are going to make your minimum repayments, and you're going to make your minimum repayments on every other commitment as well. But on that first debt that you've chosen, make your minimum payments and get that $100 to $200 extra a month and put it onto that debt. Once that one's finished, cut it up, cancel it. Then you can pay off the second debt. And with the second debt, what you're going to do is, again, keep making minimum repayments on everything else. But with that second debt, you're going to put everything that you were paying on that first debt, so the minimum repayments on that first debt, as well as the extra $100 to $200 on that first debt, you're going to go ahead and pay that on that second debt. So that's going to really ramp up your repayments on that second debt. And then from there, you just keep going. So if you've got another debt that you want to pay off number 2 first, and then everything that you were putting on number 1 and number 2, you're going to put towards number 3, and so on and so on. What you need to do is celebrate your wins along the way. Cancel and close the debts on your way once you have paid them out. You can also celebrate your small victories as you go. So once you've paid off one debt, give yourself a little celebration, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe that's a takeaway pizza or an outing or something like that. But celebrate the little things along the way, and then of course a big celebration at the end. Once you have paid everything out, congratulations first and foremost. But once you have paid everything out, then what I suggest you do is actually save up about $1,000, $2,000 if you can into a contingency budget. This will alleviate the need to have a credit card for rainy days or just in case or anything like that. You can rely on cash. So save that $1,000 to $2,000 in a contingency fund. If you have an offset on your home loan, put that against your home loan. Otherwise, put that into one of the online high interest savings account and use that for a rainy day instead of a credit card. And my last tip is, don't go getting any more credit cards or personal loans. Leave it at that. You've got your contingency fund. For everything else, save up. This will allow you to save for that home loan deposit or whatever it is that you're working towards. I hope that helps. Leave some comments in below, and thanks so much.